Hey guys,
Hi.
Mr. Dominari here.
And Lacey,
Yes.
should I start introing myself with my gamer tag? And Little Big Brains. Friend me on Xbox.
We're here for the highly anticipated Destiny 2 showcase. It's supposed to showcase the season that drops today. It's supposed to showcase the final shape. There's gonna be a lot of Destiny content going on the channel in the next couple of weeks because of that, which I'm very, very happy for. I'm excited. The pre-show is going on right now. Okay, good. We'll just watch it from Twitch. But let me... Let's go that one. 80,000 people in the chat. That's crazy.
Do you want to restart the video?
This one?
This one.
This... It can't restart on Twitch, unfortunately. Besides, I only include a few clips of the pre-show in it. You know this is the first cutscene
Ever?
on Destiny. Whenever you open Destiny 1, this is the first one I played. We've been on such a journey! Ah!
I still have this ghost in the game. I have not gotten another one. I almost dropped $20 on a skin yesterday.
There are many tales told throughout the city to frighten children. Lately, those tales have stopped. Now, the children are frightened anyway.
Dude,
This is Destiny 1?
the writing was pretty good
The
for those cutscenes.
darkness is coming back.
Mara.
Mara saw.
Oh my god, I love her so much. I'm telling you, bro, I love her. Stop.
Did you pray today? Did you pray today?
Whoa, an ad.
Fuck!
I can't even close it right now. Whatever, I'll let ads go.
Prison escape?
Yeah. Oh no, they're gonna make me watch it again.
Cade! Nathan Fillion.
That's him.
Never felt better.
Damn, there's more.
You help me out here, little buddy.
I know.
It would be cool if they one day introduced Ace as a character.
I'm coming home, Ace.
No.
I miss my man Cade. No, they're gonna make me watch him get shot. Hey, oh my god, I'm so excited.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Destiny 2. Destiny 3.
Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Like many of
game
you,
director.
I've been playing games as long as I can remember. They're a core part of what makes me who I am. I believe there's this deeply
Not him
rooted,
playing PlayStation.
often
Jeez.
unstated mission of games to keep adventure alive. In 2014, Bungie set out to start a new adventure. Heroes awakened on a desolate planet. A silent god set in our sky. And it wouldn't be long before an ancient enemy, shrouded in darkness, showed up at humanity's door to destroy us. Over the years, our heroes would shape a story far greater than anything we could have imagined. Players would explore deep into the depths of Venus, hunting a machine god that controlled time itself. They'd invent ways to combine their mythic weaponry and their paracausal abilities to stand alone against monsters that took others an entire elite squad. They'd race alongside their friends far into the early morning into halls of an ancient city where only a select few emerged victorious at dawn, clutching the heart of a dragon. Yes. But most importantly, they bring their friends and their family into this world, and together meet new faces on this adventure who would become lifelong companions. Now, together, we approach the final shape. We're about to embark
He's about to cry.
on the last expedition
so
of
long.
Destiny's first saga. So let's be clear about the stakes. In the final shape, you will go inside the Traveler. The journey will be difficult. And what awaits you on the other side of this trek is nothing less than the deadliest entity we have ever faced.
Okay.
There will be no open betas. There aren't going to be any guides on the internet telling you how to handle what's to come. Whether you've been with us from the beginning, joined us somewhere along the road, or are looking at Destiny for the first time, anybody who shows up on launch day is going to be greeted with this same uncharted world, a vacuum-sealed experience begging for you to be the first person to peel it open. So today is your invitation to go forth and adventure.
I'm excited.
After all these years, we never talked about it. Why I brought you back. Why you were chosen. The truth is, I didn't know then. It was just a feeling.
Real.
But I know now. After all we've seen, all we've lost, this fight might be our last. So I'm asking you one last time to rise.
Fuck is that? Ooh, oh my god! Come legend.
We pre-ordering?
Yes, we pre-ordering!
This is a momentous time in Destiny history. We've been building to this moment for the last 10 years.
The final shape is the conclusion to that journey. This is a moment in gaming that as a developer, you just don't get very often.
Guardians and allies are fighting the biggest threat that the universe has ever seen in this big culmination of the Light and Darkness saga.
When we were thinking of what the final shape could be, it had to be a lot of different things. It needs to pay off this epic confrontation with the Witness that we've been setting up for years. It has to bring you closer to your allies in the Vanguard. It has to be this place that makes you feel nostalgic for the entire journey you've been on.
Is it working?
When we were resurrected by ghosts at the very beginning of this story, we didn't know why, but it was for this. The Traveler is asking us for help. And it's our responsibility to protect every living thing in the universe from what the Witness intends to do.
When we first start the final shape, we are finally able to go through the portal that the Witness opened in the Traveler at the end of Lightfall.
Inside is the pale heart of the Traveler. That is the stage for our showdown with the Witness.
The Witness has the darkness. It has always had a connection to it. The pale heart of the Traveler is what it's trying to use to gain connection to the light. So with both, it can enact its final shape.
The Witness looks around and sees a lack of purpose, no meaning. It wants to fix all that. So it's trying to put the universe into this frozen perfection where everything's just exactly how it thinks it's supposed to be. That is the final shape.
If we're going to defeat the Witness, it's going to take everyone. Failure is not an option.
We're going to need the Vanguard, all of our allies, and all the Guardians to rally together and be brave in the face of oblivion.
In the final shape, we're going to answer questions at the grandest scale. But what I find really interesting is that it's also a very personal journey where we deepen our relationships with these characters that we've known for so long. Zavala, Ikora, our Ghost, get to reconnect with Cade 6. So, like, while there's this great conflict and everything going on around us and stakes of just unimaginable heights, it's still at the end a story told around campfires by a bunch of companions who have been fighting together for hundreds of years.
Oh my god, I'm excited.
How is Cade back?
No one knows. Gameplay.
In the final shape, we're going through the portal that the Witness has opened up to confront it and stop the final shape. Inside the Traveler is this infinite, vast, unknowable, and we're landing on the Pale Heart, which is a
This is
fraction
pre-alpha,
of really
bro.
what is inside
So
the Traveler.
pretty too.
What I'm saying,
The
like, it's
Pale Heart
insane. It already
is
looks like
weird.
this.
Right?
It's a little strange. It makes me feel a bit uncomfortable. And it is also just so cool and artistic in the best way.
The Witness entered well ahead of any Guardians, and so it's had time to kind of shape what's there. When our Guardian enters, the rest of the Pale Heart starts getting shaped also around what we've experienced.
This is the Traveler recreating the world in front of you as it saw on your journey.
One of the most memorable locales from Destiny's past is the D1 Tower. It's really a labor of love from the Destiny team. The final shape means so much to everyone who's building it, and I think players are really going to be able to see that.
The Pale Heart is our very first linear destination that we've ever done. I would love it if players felt that they began their journey in a place of safety and feel it escalate in danger, in surrealness, because there is this beautiful evolution of the space.
They see things that are more and more wrong as they begin to go towards the Witness's monolith. It's kind of this omnipresent, foreboding thing off in the distance.
The weirdest things happen as you get closer to the monolith in the form of reshaping. Kind of like deconstructing things and putting them back together just wrong.
The sense of scale you get out there, like as you're exploring these spaces and you're jumping on these reshaped cuboids of Earth, you feel tiny as a Guardian. You feel alone. You feel like you are not the force to be reckoned with that you have been. You're not the God Slayer right now. You're just this little person jumping from these massive pieces to massive pieces.
One of the things that we really tried to also capture is that the Witness keeps throwing everything it has at you. And so you're going to fight these new enemies, the Subjugators.
What the hell?
Subjugators are the new unit you're going to be facing in the final shape.
Strange.
They have an enhanced power set. They're performing stasis powers and strand powers to face the Guardian, well, in support of all the other enemies you're fighting too.
They bring something entirely new to the battlefield, which is kind of this element of control.
They're back there pinging away with stasis abilities, throwing crystals at you, freezing you in place, tangling you up.
Boo. Oh, that's gonna be hard to fight.
It looks like they're not
We're
even mini
focusing
bosses.
you
It looks like they're
on
just gonna be free
the
roaming.
campaign and only the campaign.
God damn it.
It's the most important thing in the universe at that moment. You have to stop the final shape from happening.
And for that, we do need the help with our allies. And so we're going to make sure that the core Vanguard team gets back together. Zavala and Ikora and Cade.
The campaign is just the start of the Pale Heart. After you've reached the monolith and finished the campaign,
refreshing.
we open up the entire destination. And so the entire Pale Heart is going to react to you and what you are doing.
Oh my god, it's so pretty.
The campaign in the final shape doesn't really end with the final mission. The raids are where you defeat like the big bosses. So it's only natural that when you are going to confront the witness, you're going to do that in the raid.
Yes, thank God.
But that might not be enough. This is a moment where we need to rally all Guardians to be able to overcome the final shape and the witness.
No, don't buffer!
In the final shape, we are inside the travel.
I'm gonna shoot myself.
You want to pause it, let it load for a little bit?
Where
you can't pause it. Oh, wait.
Very close to this energy. This allows us to have new supers, Arc, Solar, Void.
We want to create something that turns you into an offensive powerhouse, but also can benefit your allies in a support capacity. There is this thread of team play and like working with your friends to overcome the odds. The Warlock Super is this ultimate expression of solar energy coursing through your
It
guard.
better be fucking
This
good.
Solar Warlock Super is a callback to Radiance from D1.
Other than Golden Gun, this is the only other first-person super in Destiny right now. Your melee's like all these projectiles going off, doubling the amount of projectiles. Your grenade almost being sentient as it
Warlock
searches around,
main.
and then it hits a character and bounces off and goes to another one. And you're so overflowing with this energy that you are also giving it to your allies, allowing them to have their solar weapons supercharged, applying Scorch when they're shooting.
The new Solar Warlock aspect. When I cast my Rift, it is going to create this little solar soul that when it sees an enemy, it launches part of itself out and hits the enemy and explodes. It just
They
feels
knew
very
they
alive.
needed to upgrade the Warlock supers and abilities, man. They knew they
Twilight
sucked.
Arsenal. What? It's a layered super.
This is the only ranged one-off offensive super for Titans in the game. The Titan jumps up into the air, summons this giant void axe, throws it, summons another one, throws it, summons another one, looks at a different group of enemies, throws it. And when these axes fly through the air, they stick into the ground or an enemy, do their void gravity thing where they suck a bunch of energy and enemies in and then explode. But that doesn't destroy the axe. The axe sticks around and you and your allies can go and pick up that axe and start wailing on enemies with it.
This super is
That's
insane to me.
This
The Void
raid
Titan
is gonna be
aspect,
so
I
hard.
press and hold my grenade button to consume my grenade and turn it into the shield. The more damage it takes, the more it charges up, and then I can release that, and it creates this blast that deals massive damage.
Hell yeah.
This raid's gonna be so hard. This is OP
The
for
Hunter
us.
Arc is all about finding the shortest distance between 2 points. The hunter kind of rears back, takes this knife and throws it across the world, and then is able to blink to its position, do the slash that just decimates anyone nearby.
One really great thing about that is not just
That's gonna be
you do
crazy
it
for-
once, but you're
for
able to do
Crucible.
it 3 times, along with devastating attacks each time you do it.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard.
The hunter has an aspect. We take our staff,
Crucible's
we
gonna
throw
get
it in the air,
hard.
which propels us
Durr.
upward. It creates this burst, which amplifies you and any allies near you.
It almost makes it feel like you're playing a fighting game, right? Like these combos that you're chaining together to do these different moves. It like takes that sandbox to the next level.
The more aspects we have, the more capable we are to do that.
It feels like you're like riding the lightning, you know? Like that instantaneous, like
That was good, but I think it's more like, you know?
I like it, I like it.
What do I need to do to get that super?
We don't know yet. Oh my
The
god.
team has been working on all sorts of goodness. We've got exotics, we've got legendaries, we've got perks. We're always cooking up stuff. We're always playing with stuff that we think is like really interesting or taking inspiration. We have Tessellation, which is this exotic pyramid fusion rifle. It has the really intriguing property of adapting your Guardian's current damage type.
This will be the first time that you can run a weapon that can adapt to be strand or stasis in the energy slot. So you'll be able to run an entirely strand or entirely stasis loadout. Tessellation has the additional property that you can special reload to reshape your grenade and suck it into the weapon, and then fire out a super destructive single projectile. It's a really special weapon.
What's the one specific exotic that I can make that's like really zany that you would like right now?
What if the Golden Gun was a sniper rifle?
What if you could harness the might of the Traveler? You know, we had a moment where we saw that Traveler Beam cutscene. I know people on Weapons went, I kind of want that. You're like, that is incredibly dope.
So we've got this opportunity to bring back these iconic Destiny 1 weapons, but really turn it into something that feels unique in Destiny 2.
We have to bring Kvastov into the fold.
The Red Death exotic pulse rifle.
And Dragon's Breath. Burn the world, burn it all. In the final shape, we have new weapon subfamilies coming, broadening what existing weapons can be.
Really like bordering on exotic functionality. So for example, we've got a rocket pistol sidearm subfamily. We always liked the special ammo sidearms. This fires tiny, slow-moving rockets. They hit very hard, do a bit of AoE damage.
That's just gonna be a subfamily.
They have a mixture of regular weapon and rocket launcher stats. We're also doing a new support weapon subfamily.
The support frame auto rifle is a type of legendary auto rifle. It'll let you switch seamlessly from firing at enemies to healing your allies. I'm really excited to bring it to dungeons and keep my team alive, honestly.
That's gotta be Cade related. Do you see that design?
The weapons team is always coming up with new ideas. We've got a ton of new cool stuff coming over the next few years, and some new and really wild ideas, which we're pretty excited about.
I like this shirt.
That's what you're focusing
Take
on?
a load off. We've got a lot to cover.
We've got a lot to cover.
This place is only big enough for one dashing hero type, and that's me, so... I'm back! Hey, you two, give me a sec. I was magnificent. This is great. Anyone want a hug? Get your rock off my map. Worst case scenario, you die. But who knows? Maybe you won't.
Oh my god!
Well, better get back to it.
In this moment where we're driving to the end of the Light and Darkness saga, it's great to see Cade like return to this world at this moment with all this change about to culminate with this confrontation with the long-standing enemy, the Witness.
Cade is the quintessential hunter. His presence casts such a long shadow over the story of Destiny, whether it was when he was alive or when he was dead.
What Cade goes through in this journey, how he serves as a catalyst for the other characters, the events that are uncovered to have brought him back. This is how the story had to end. There was no end to the Light and Darkness saga that didn't have Cade here alongside his friends to finish the job.
Once we started digging into the nature of the Pale Heart, I think that crystallized Cade's role as a guide. Cade is Virgil, and he's our guide through this.
Does he only exist in the
Cade is
Traveler?
the one who is the most appropriate person to be the guide, because that's his job. That's always been his job.
He's our guy.
It just feels so natural for Nathan to be back in the booth. It felt amazing to just see him slip back into the role, like, without missing a beat.
Right, instantly.
In the flesh, or metal, as it were.
Cade's the glue that's always held Zavala and Ikora together. Having him back puts them in a position of questioning where they've been and what they've done without him.
You think about the journey that Zavala's been on and how he's been taken down this dark path, and you think about the weight that's been on Ikora, having to hold the Vanguard together, having Cade's voice of levity and brightness that he brings to that group. I think it's going to be great for them.
Well, at least we have each other.
We want people to take away that sense of reunion and that idea of like the gang being back together for this moment.
I'm here now. Wherever the hell here is.
It's Since he did cast such a shadow over our lives, it only makes sense that he would come back in the Traveler when our memories are here.
Right? It does make sense.
Guardian.
Oh, this is a season's gotta be.
The witness poses a dire threat. And the Witch Queen holds the answers we seek. But only if we contend with her sister, Zivu Araf. It rests with me. Will you come back from this? Do not be afraid.
What the fuck is happening to her?
Bring me your tithes.
Witch Queen Part 2! Witch Queen Part 2!
Has magic.
Witch Princess!
And have entwined it with your light. Assault the Spire, Guardian. And open the way to our tithes.
Whoa. I want that gun. Oh my god, that was a night blast. I'm on!
No fear.
What happened to Ares?
Of whispers. And they do whisper.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Fight in my name, Guardian. Every opponent you defeat strengthens me.
The armor looks so cool! Oh my god! Is that the Hunter armor? Where's the Warlock armor?
That's the Warlock armor there.
No way!
Shit! My Titan go crazy.
Let us show her what it is to be Hive.
What it is to be Hive. It's crazy.
You have sounded the horn of battle. You are deserving of the greatest death I can bestow.
Why is she mad at us?
What the fuck? Season of the Witch is crazy. Oh, I'm so excited.
Look at this!
Oh my god. That comes out in a day.
The Season of the Witch is our
Today?
opportunity as
Yes.
players. We've been
In, like, 30
annihilating
minutes.
and breaking Hive spells, and now we finally get to cast them.
At the end of Season of the Deep, we learn that Savathun has the key to getting into the portal that we need to go into. That means we have to go find Imaru, her ghost. Imaru's like, not so fast. We've got a bigger problem first, and that bigger problem's name is Zivu Araf. If we fight her, she only gets stronger. Eris has an idea. It's a really
good
It's
idea.
a wild ass idea, yeah. She determines like, well, the best way to fight fire is with fire. We are channeling all of that energy that we're creating by going through, by eliminating enemies, and we're tithing to our friend Eris.
Oh.
Bring me your tithes.
Oh, she just
What does that mean for the characters and the player to kind of like be like Savathun? And that's where we went down the path of having Hive Eris. We want to extend that magical fantasy into the player then. That ability to have overwhelming magical power, that risk and reward into all of our activities and systems experiences. And so that's what led us to come up with things like Deck of Whispers. It's this magical deck of cards that creates amazing synergies with your buildcraft meta and with buffs and the activities.
They can then choose these cards at will,
Is it
whichever
gonna be in
ones they
your
want,
artifact
and then
slot?
that really leans into the build crafting.
You actually are getting cards that you can then use to place on the battlefield and change the way you play.
I'm such a sucker for deck building. Like being able to like bring that element into Destiny gameplay has just been like, oh, chef's kiss.
It's
really
super
fun.
So we've got two brand new seasonal activities coming with Season of the Witch. We've got Altars of Summoning and Savathun
I love this, but low-key, they gotta stop
Spire is our
adding
new
stuff to this
three-player
game.
offensive.
So
You're doing a lot
much.
more with the Lucent Hive magic, but it's
all
got a
the time.
high amount of combatant density. It's got additional random encounters that you can come across.
The Witch's Spire itself, Savathun's Spire, was like her reliquary for all these different magical experiments as she was learning the light. You're there in order to learn as much as you can in order to become a master spellcaster, right? To become like Savathun. The Altar of Summonings activity is really exciting because
Is
you
it
can
a
spend
new
like
class?
20 minutes in it or you can spend 2 hours in it.
It's a three-player experience that you can hop in and hop out of. As you're going through this activity, you're filling the tithing bucket. As that tithing bucket is filled up, you'll get progressively more rewards. And then finally at the end, it'll cash out and you'll get a whole
It's
mess of
Gambit.
rewards.
They made Gambit.
Show me
we
the raid.
really wanted to make sure that there was a home for any exotic mission content coming in seasons after the year has passed. And so we developed what we're calling the exotic mission rotator.
Right away, we're getting Presage, Vox Obscura, and Operation Seraph Shield.
This is some of the most fun content the team has making. It's some of the content that the fans and players of Destiny love the most. The most exciting thing, outside of just the missions themselves, is that every time we put a mission inside of that rotator, the exotic that comes alongside of it will become craftable. With Season of the Witch, we have a brand new Vex lo-fi PvP map coming. It's really exciting. It's got a bunch of really tight gameplay experiences. We wanted to make sure that we focused the combat a little bit more. With the new Vex network map, we really wanted to make sure we hit is like, hey, you're shoulder to shoulder more often. There's not as much deep sight lines that you're interacting with. And a lot of the flow of the map is actually built around this like kind of central pillar of the Vex network that you're orienting around.
And there's also some modes coming too, right?
We've got a new PvP game mode coming that's all about relics. It's about multiple relics, so it's not just one like the Scorch game mode from the past. So we've got the shield coming from Vault of Glass, we've got the spear back from Season of the Risen.
And we got the scythe from Season of the Haunted.
Yeah, so you're gonna be reaping Guardians with that thing. It's a lot more tactical gameplay. It's all about running around the map, claiming these relic dispensers, and then grabbing them in order to push for victory.
I will take what I need. The words in my throat are the weapon in my fist.
We were feeling pretty Hyvey this season, obviously. There's something in the air. And so when thinking about like, what's a good raid reprisal that would really suit this very Hyvey season?
Crota.
There's only one answer.
Crota. Come on, say it.
Crota's
I
back!
have seen what the Hive call a god.
Oh my god, I'm so happy.
He's about to jizz, guys.
Missed. Oh my god, they have the Age of Triumph armor too. That armor is so damn cool. Oh.
Damn. The combatant density.
Necrochasm's back!
Necrochasm sounds a little funny.
They better have made this raid harder to leave this one. September 1st, huh? Whoa! Whoa! Oh, the ring!
How do you get the ring? You have to do it the first day?
I think you have to do it.
Heading into the final shape, we really want to rally all Guardians at the end of the Light and Darkness saga. We want to reduce those power barriers as well as catch people up on key story beats and make sure that they have a really great and easy time connecting with other players. In the final shape, we're trying to find ways to make power more simple and easy to understand and also lowering the barrier to entry.
It's going to make it easier for players who have not been able to jump into game easily because they were held back by the challenges in grinding for the power levels that are required by these different activities.
One of the major changes that's going to be happening starting with the final shape is there are going to be a certain number of activities that are going to be power fixed. So it doesn't matter kind of what power level you are going into it, you're always going to be able to approach it. There's still going to be tiers of difficulty that you can do, things that are just meant to be experienced a certain way.
Things like Nightfall strikes that will still have power enabled, and that's where we're really going to focus the whole power climb.
The raids, the contest modes that everybody loves to engage with, that experience is fundamentally going to be staying the same.
I'm excited for this because I think there will be a lot more clarity for players in terms of understanding the relative difficulty of things, where they sit now in the spectrum.
One way that we're trying to do that is making it easier for new players to engage with you. So we're introducing something that we're calling Fire Team Power.
You can actually bring your friends along to play any dungeons and raids in the game without having to wait them to be at a certain power level. The person with the highest power in your fire team is actually going to bring all the others close to their power level, which means that there's no barriers really for any other Guardian to join you in this high-level content.
When it's combined with Fireteam Finder, it also allows you to find strangers, people you've never played with before, and have that same experience. That's all regardless of the power level of you and the rest of the people in your fire team.
Fireteam Finder is the new feature that's coming in Season 23, aimed at helping connect and find other people to complete the best and most aspirational content in Destiny. We have a tag system that allows players to be able to say, well, this is my playstyle. I'm really chill. I'm anti-sweat. I'm just really here to have
Basically
a good time.
That's probably so good.
Tags really allows players to show a little bit more personality, show a little bit more about what they're about. I think what's really great about it is with this launch, we're also looking at including inclusion tags.
As an example, one of the inclusion tags that we have are for colorblind players. Hopefully the inclusion tags will bring players closer to finding their community and even closer to the people that they're playing with. So once a listing goes live, players will be put into a listing lobby where players can gather, they can communicate with each other. So we wanted to make it as convenient and as easy as possible for players to not just sit and stare at a screen for a long time while their listing actually fills up.
As a gamer who's typically more solo, I'm especially excited about this because it really is about helping reduce that anxiety and burden that comes with trying to make a new connection.
You think these people go home and play Destiny?
Oh yeah. You're talking about how they play the game.
The feature coming out today that I'm incredibly excited about is Timeline Reflections. Essentially what we have done is we've went back to previous expansions and pulled out missions that we felt really represent key narrative beats within our story. We are going to
So I can go back and play
a
the
mission for Forsaken,
campaign
a mission
missions?
for
Maybe
Beyond
special
Light,
missions,
as well as a mission for Witch Queen.
Thanks for the memories, Guardian.
The neat thing about these missions is they're not going to be like one-to-one for how you would experience them in the campaign. You're also going to get additional pieces of narrative fed to you to like identify like, hey, this is why it's important that this happened, and here are the people you met along the way.
A really big one that's really timely for Final Shape is Cade's last stand from Forsaken.
Can we play a lot of these together?
This is a moment that a lot of players, new and old, are going to come back to Destiny. I think this is just the right time to introduce features that are going to allow those players to jump right in and find people to play with and enjoy this content regardless of their power level.
Wow. It's very inclusive. I like it.
Shit's overwhelming to play. Just out
We're
of the
reaching the
gate.
end of this 10-year journey. What comes next?
The episodes. And the new way we're going to tell stories moving forward.
What's really important about episodes is that it's a really big shakeup to what we've been doing. Instead of providing 4 seasons a year, you are going to get 3 larger episodes. And so the first 3 episodes in this coming year are called Echoes, Revenant, and Heresy. It's coming right after the Final Shape. And the theme for the year is going to be all about the consequences and aftermath of the Final Shape. I think what's really the cornerstone of the episode model that we're building is the 3-act structure. The acts act as these anchors for us to introduce new weapons, new artifact mods, new activities. There's going to be new missions coming around the corner. There'll be new story moments in every single one of these acts. We're actually providing more cinematic styled experiences throughout the Final Shape year and the episodes with it than any of the seasons we've ever developed before.
These new stories are actually playable as standalone. Like each episode is something you can experience, whether you've been playing Destiny for 10 years or this is your first one.
You're going to be able to basically enjoy them in any order you want to.
I think the opportunity with this big epic moment is that we get to innovate the game. We get to move the game forward.
It's all about change frequently. It's all about deeper story moments. It's all about more weapons, more loot, more often. And it really provides the team with a platform to go much deeper into the themes and fantasies and story. Individual episode as compared to the seasons you know of today.
I'm so excited to see what the narrative team can do with this kind of new platform of storytelling. Episodes provides this awesome foundation for the future of Destiny.
We're moving into the next stage of Destiny 2.
When they said episodes, I
think some
thought they were
people
about
look
to
at the
make a
Final
show.
Shape and they
I
think
thought it'd
Destiny
be
2 is
Reed.
coming to the end.
I'm sure
and in
they
many
are.
ways, it's the opposite. We're leaning in. We're putting the pedal to the metal. Episodes provide us a new, innovative way for players to engage with Destiny 2 throughout the year.
I love that. I love it.
What makes a guardian a guardian? Devotion, bravery, sacrifice. We know that we were chosen for a reason, by something greater than ourselves.
Guardian. Guardian? Eyes up, Guardian.
It's a long journey.
Shaped by the fires of each new battle, we are forged and sharpened into what we must become for the fight ahead. We are the final line that halts the second collapse.
All of us. Every Titan. Every Warlock. Every Hunter.
What is it the Guardians say? Devotion inspires bravery.
Bravery inspires sacrifice.
Sacrifice leads to death.
The line between light and dark is so very thin.
That gave me goosebumps. That gave me goosebumps.
Let's cross it together.
Shivers.
Things out in the dark that only the dark can overcome. Trust me.
You've heard the stories of the traveler's sacrifice, of darkness descending upon humanity.
Our purpose is its end. This time, there is no escape.
I am become dead. I am become legend.
It's going to be an exciting year for Guardians. We get to make good on a promise that we made way back in 2014. There was classic rock blasting, a fire team racing across our solar system, and at the end, a simple message: become legend. Today, you got a glimpse at how we'll be cementing your legend in this upcoming year. You're going to be heading inside the Traveler, experiencing a destination unlike anything we've ever built before. We'll face the biggest bad we've ever made, and we'll do this all alongside a streamlined progression system, allowing us to easily play with friends in any content in the game. And as the dust settles in the final shape, we're going to continue our legends in Echoes. It's Destiny's first episode in a new phase of storytelling for Guardians, with brand new conflicts born from the resolution of the Light and Darkness saga. These first episodes are just the beginning. But if you're chomping at the bit to see how the Light and Darkness saga is going to kick off the future of Destiny 2, we've got a ton of great content for you to jump into today. Going live after this, we've got Season of the Witch, with a new story, new weapons, new armor, new activities, and new PvP content, all alongside a series of story catch-up missions, allowing any of your friends to jump into the game and get up to speed on what's happening in this world.
Perfect.
Then, next week, a brutal reprisal of Crota's End is going to join the ranks of our aspirational content. I can't wait to see you all in the Throne World as we learn more about the final shape and how we can stop it.
Those supers are gonna be so
After
cool.
all these years, all we've lost.
It's crazy.
This fight might be our last. So I'm asking you to rise one last time.
Love it. Love it. I loved it. I love it. No notes. Collector's edition review.
Do you have collectors? What does that?
They're sitting right over there.
Oh.
The collector's editions.
Yeah, wait.
They're right over there, guys.
When we create a collector's edition, we try and recreate items from the universe for players to enjoy outside of the game. So this year we're doing a Destiny 1 tower. We really try to work hard at thinking about 10 years of Destiny and how best to encapsulate that experience.
Even as the game dev who've worked on it since
I'm
day
surprised
one,
it
I
wasn't
think
the Traveler
having
with the
it
portal in it.
be the
That's what I thought it was
tower
gonna be.
is super exciting for us because it's going to kind of catalog your journey of a player from when you first started playing Destiny. all
Is
the
it
way
going to
to
come
now.
in color?
The tower, it's kind of like the beacon in which you're a place you can call home.
You get the tower. And then there are actual figures
Oh.
of the Vanguard mentors that accompany that architectural model.
To the horn.
There's a lot of like hidden messages and hidden things.
There's gonna be some fun surprises. We're always trying to push the envelope. And so we've been playing a lot with magnetic locks and sound effects, and lights, just sort of make this experience as a whole really special. It's sort of the perfect symbol of Destiny. I'm so excited for it.
Me too.
Can I pre-order it now? Yo, what a fucking shot. Big 3, they're back. February 27th, we got a date. February 27th. About to ask off like 7 days away.
Are we watching the post show?
It's usually they just like clarify stuff. Yeah, we don't have to. I didn't watch the post show to Lightfall. Woo! That was so cool.
I want you to go on your little rant first, and I'll give you the stage. I'll give you the stage.
Okay.
It's your YouTube.
Okay. The final shape. It looks great. It looks great.
Damn, I don't know how to stop it. La claw.
It looks great. Oh my gosh, it looks great. It's everything that I want it to be. He talked about how Joe Blackburn. He talked about how they're not gonna be holding your hands in this one because it's supposed to be difficult, especially the final one. I'm so glad the witness is gonna be in the raid instead of a story mission.
But also, it's more accessible to new players,
It's so
which
much
is
more
really,
accessible.
I feel seen.
The story missions. Let me go ahead and see if the update's out, so I can just have it updating in the background.
I feel seen. As a new player, it was very overwhelming to get into, like, it seems, Reed explained it to be as simple as, like, upgrading your light level, but it's not. And I'm glad that they made it more accessible for, like, upgrading your light level. I literally bumped up, like, 40 points last night?
Yeah.
That's easy, but it was very disheartening when I was like, I want to get more loot, and Reed was like, there's these things, but you can't do them because your light level's not high enough, but to get a higher light level, you gotta get loot, and it was like, god dang. But I'm really happy about how newly accessible this game is gonna be.
I know, right? Oh my god, I'm so excited. And I'm so excited for the supers. The supers look so cool.
I am so glad that they are not sleeping on the Warlock Super anymore. The Warlock Super, I have one of the most highly rated Warlock Supers ever, and it's ass. It's just a grenade. That's all. It's a one-time grenade. It doesn't even stay there. Listen.
She's talking about Nova Bomb, and I think Nova Bomb's fine. I think it might be user error, but I'm joking. I'm joking.
I literally got we were playing Capture Crucible last night. I literally got us. What? How many captures did I get in one game with that Nova Bomb?
Like 5, maybe?
One, I got 8, is all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. That Nova Bomb, but it needs some help. And I'm really glad that I do the healing spell on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
My hold X on the Xbox. B. Why are you looking at me like this?
Because you're funny.
me. But
now you get a little soul.
I get a little buddy, which is very, very. Whenever I'm capturing by myself, I'll throw my healing spell down, and now I'll have a little guy to help me capture.
You know you have what's it called? You play Void, right?
Yeah.
There's a Void version of it too.
I know.
But you like the solo one more? Solo is a lot more geared toward healing. And it looks like, yeah, they're bringing back the Sunsinger one, which a lot of cooldowns, which means that's a lot of abilities for Warlocks. The Arc one for the Hunter looks so damn cool. That's so cool. You just throw the knife and then teleport
Gonna
to
be
it.
so good for Crucible too.
Oh yeah, that's gonna go crazy.
Gambit too.
Oh no, Gambit is gonna be nuts with that. And then oh my god, the freaking axes. I'm so glad it's not just another roaming melee super for the Titans. It's throwing axes.
And we can pick them up.
And you can pick them right back up. Oh my god, that's so cool. Oh, I enjoyed it. I think the new season looks great too. Big fan of Hive. It was pretty Taken Hive centric in the last season. So it's surprising that they went for Hive again this season, but I'm fine with it. But you're not mad? Oh no, I love the Hive. It's my favorite enemy race in the entire game, and I think they're just doing it because they're kind of exhausting a lot of the Hive storytelling right now because...
I'm sure they're also tired coming up with all these new ideas in the past 2 years.
Yeah. We've killed Oryx. We've killed Savathun. The only one that's left is Zevru or Wrath, so I think they're just going all in on the Hive before we kill Zevru, and we don't really have anything to do with them for a little bit.
Yep.
Looks great though. I can't believe Crota's back. I thought it was gonna be Wrath of the Machine, but Crota's back, and I'm so happy about it. Oh my god, they better have made it harder, because that thing
He did say that it was going to be more painstaking.
Yes, he did. He said it was actually going to be a brutal experience. So I'm fine with that. Oh my god, I'm so happy if it's harder because that thing is like a strike. We sat in front of this monitor for 2 hours watching that thing. So thank you guys.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
If you liked it,
smash that. Wait, are we doing the Jacksepticeye?
That's what I was thinking.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and smash that like button like a boss. I'll see you dudes in the next episode.